How do you know if you've got a winning product when you start dropshipping? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to identify a potential winner and how to scale it if it is a winning product to six figures. My name is Nima. I just left the UK for Dubai. I've been making money online for a long time now. When I started, I was working in Burger King and I just couldn't stand the things society told me. Like, I would always be a young kid going into big cities like central London where I grew up, and I would see people with $100,000 cars. And then there was me who couldn't even afford the new iPhone, not complaining, but who couldn't even afford to go into Gucci to buy a t-shirt. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying when I had no money, there were people spending £1,000 on a t-shirt, and something about that just I didn't resonate with. To make things worse, everyone around me told me, no, this is normal. It's normal to struggle. Just get a job. And I didn't accept the norm society put onto me. So long story short, I decided to find my own way, started using Google, came across dropshipping, made my first six figures with Shopify. And then I started helping others do the same when I bought my car, and people started asking me how I made my money. Because when I bought my car, I couldn't hide how much money I was making. People started asking me. And before that, I dropped out of university 4 different times because my mum and dad just wanted me to go to uni. And then I ended up going to university and college because I dropped out because number one, I couldn't sit there and listen to someone else. Number two, I remember my first lecture I ever went to was business management, and the fucking lecturer pulled out a sheet of paper, yeah, and the first thing he said to the class was, right, today we're gonna teach you how to write out a CV. And he was quite a fat guy trying to lose weight, and he was shaking his protein shake. I was like, bruv, I'm in business management. How do I get paid? I'm not trying to apply to work for someone else. So that's when I knew it was a fuckery. That's when I dropped out. And then being a Muslim, my mum and dad forced me to go back. Ended up dropping back like 3-4 times. On the fourth time, I just got kicked out for no attendance because I couldn't hack it. So I had to carve my own way. Obviously, no degree, couldn't really get a job. So that's why I was working in Burger King. And I was forced to get into business, had no money, couldn't get a loan from the bank because I had shit credit. So I started my own online businesses, and fast forward today, 6 years later, I live in Dubai now, I live a comfortable life, and now I'm building my personal brand and helping you guys work a 9 to 5 job, how to get started. I'm going to talk about how to identify if you've got a winning product. Now, for those of you who don't know, a quick disclaimer, I've got the 6-figure side hustle. It is the best thing you will spend your money on in 2025. It's $99 where I will show you exactly how to set up an online business in less than 24 hours and make $100 per day passive income from the comfort of your own home. Everything is covered by me, nothing is left to chance, and I have a full money back guarantee if you don't pull it off. I'm that confident, it's that good. I've had crazy results already. So if you want to get started with that, if you haven't started your online business yet, I recommend it's the first link in the description below. It's incredibly underpriced for what it is. So let's get into the video. So how do you scale a dropshipping product? So a lot of people ask me this, like it's easy to get sales, right? For example, people who start my 6-figure side hustle, they start making sales. Then they ask me, okay, I'm making 2 sales a day. How do I get to 10 sales a day? How do I get to 30 sales a day? Where I'm going to break it down, how to identify if it is a winner and it's worth scaling. And number two, how to actually scale it to the numbers you want, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, whatever per day. Okay, so let's get into it. So what I do is basically I run it for 3 days. So once I've launched a Facebook ad, I will let it run for 3 days. After the 3 days, if I have a sale, I will let it run. Now, a lot of people make a mistake where they get one sale and they think, yes, I'm onto a winner. Absolutely wrong. Couldn't be further from the truth. Let me tell you why. One sale does not mean shit, bro. It could have been a fluke. You could have got lucky. It means nothing. I'm not spending more money on something that's only made me one sale. That's a fluke. So my formula for scaling is as follows. If after the 3 days you've made no sales, those of you who are watching who are inside the 6-figure side hustle will know this step by step. After 3 days, if the ad has made no sales, it's not a winner. I don't care how many likes you've got, how much engagement there is, you are a fool if you let it to run after 3 days. Because any winning product that is a winner will make you a sale within 3 days, okay? If you let it run just because you got high engagement and high likes, you're just going to end up in a trap of losing money because your emotions are involved and you think, oh my God, yes, it's going to be a winning product. And then you spend all this time and it's not a winning product and you haven't made cash. Do you understand? A lot of people get emotionally involved with dropshipping. You should not be emotionally involved. Judgment will be clouded. After the 3 days, no sales, turn it off now. If after the 3 days you do have a sale, then we move on to the next stage of the scaling method, which is to see if it's actually a winner. And it's very simple. If after 3 days you've made one sale, to see if it's a winner, you let it run for another 3 days, you touch nothing. If after the 3 days another sale comes in, then you are onto something. If you've let it run for 6 days now and you've made 2 sales, you are onto something. Then we can begin the scaling. A lot of people fuck up with scaling. People will tell you you need to duplicate the ad set. A lot of people fuck up with scaling. People will tell you you need to duplicate the ad set, double the budget. That is a bad move. Shall I tell you why? Because if you duplicate the budget, now you're targeting the same audience with 2 ads, and now these ads are essentially competing against each other. So now you're creating your own competition. It's not a way to go. It's better to have one ad set running, sending traffic to your page, rather than duplicating your ad set, creating the same ad again just to send more traffic. Then these two can combine and fucking compete with each other. If you're gonna do this method, at least change the interests. At least change something. something, don't just change the budget, change the interests so you target different people. Okay, so the way I would scale it is as follows. What you need to do is, according to Facebook as well, you need to increase the budget to 10 to 20% every 3 days. The reason why, say you have a $20 budget and you're making sales every couple of days, the reason why you don't go from $20 to $100 is because Facebook prefers slow and steady and small changes. You have to understand, Facebook is always optimizing. It's learning who your customer is. If you're letting an ad set run and it's optimizing and you come in with a massive change, a budget change, it has to start again. Facebook has said they rather you increase the budget by 20% every 2 to 3 days than as soon as you make a sale to increase to 100 from 20. That's too big of a jump. You're going to kill your optimization, and Facebook has to start learning again with your pixel who your ideal customer is. The best way to scale is every 3 days increase your budget by 20%. $20, right? 10% is $2, 20% is $4. So after the 6 days, 20 plus 4, you make it $24. And then after the 3 days, another 20%, another 20%. And slowly but surely, you will get to a point where you're doubling your income and you're getting more sales, but you haven't ruined the optimization because you're having a slow and steady increase. This is the best way any beginner and anyone watching me right now, my friend, that you can scale your store. This is the most simplest and basic way of scaling, is to send more traffic to your page. The more people come into your page, the higher the chance of you making money. The reason why we want a higher budget, if we increase the budget, we target more people. Like I said, the biggest mistake people make is going too quick with the budget and getting excited and massively upping their budget and then fucking up and ruin the optimization. And then I've literally seen people have a $20 budget, get 2 sales. Every day they're making sales, they change it to 100, the next 3 days, nothing. Because you need to understand, Facebook is optimizing. It's not a fucking get rich quick scheme. It's not just gonna print you cash out the air. You have to work with it. They've even said themselves, slow and steady is better than a massive change. Every 3 days, 10 to 20%. I would say 10%. I do 10%. 10 to 20%. 20% maximum. The smaller the change, the higher chance you keep your optimization in check and you don't ruin anything and you allow Facebook to identify who your buyer is. Now, if you want help with this, like I said, I'll say it again, 6-figure side hustle first link in the description. That's the first way that you guys can scale. Now, the second way you can scale is not just by increasing traffic to your page, is by taking more money per customer. So you have Jack come into your page. Jack has just bought your product. Jack would have bought something else, but you didn't offer it to him. So there's many apps on the Shopify store. If you go to Shopify store app store and type in upsells, there are many upsell apps and they all do the same trick. What you want to do is you want to find a product that's similar to the one you're already selling that you think people might be interested in and sell it for a low ticket price. So let's say it cost you $3, upsell it at $15. So you now, every customer coming in, you make an extra $12 now. Does that make sense? So you've gone from making $50 profit per customer to now 70. Over a long enough time, that's a lot of money that you wouldn't have had if you didn't have the upsell. That's another way of scaling. People think scaling is just increasing traffic. It's adding upsells and taking more money per customer. So now you've got the first scaling method, which if you're a beginner, I recommend you start with 10 to 20% every 3 days. You've got the other method, which is add upsells, which you should be doing. So what you can do is to maximize profit, increase 10 to 20% on one ad set, and then also as the sales come in, add upsells. So now you've got more people come to the page and you're taking more money per customer. So you have essentially doubled your income overnight. Does that make sense? This is the best way. These are the 2 strongest ways you can scale. Increase your budget slowly to get more people to your page and start taking more money per customer. Okay, these are the 2 ways to scale. Now there are other ways to scale. There are many other ways to scale, but I'm not going to get into it because it's not beginner friendly and most of you are beginners. So I don't want to confuse you. Most of you just need to focus on this. If you focus on this, you can make 10K a month. Just with this ad set alone, by increasing the budget and adding an upsell, you can make 10K a month. I have done it and I've seen other people do it. Okay, my friend? So if you're a beginner and you're just starting, this is how you want to scale. Let it run for 3 days. If it makes a sale, let it run for another 3 days. If it's running for another 3 days, it brings in more sales, slowly increase the budget by 20%. As the sales come in again, then add upsells and start taking more money per customer. Stick with this scaling method to begin with. It's beginner friendly and you won't fuck anything up if you follow what I said. After 3 days, if you've made no sales, turn it off. This is also when you're starting. If it's not made no sales in 3 days, turn it off, because if it is a winning product within that 3-day period, it should make you a sale. That is how you identify if you have a winning product. That is how you scale for all of my beginners out there. Okay, if you guys have any questions about this topic, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see from me, and I will give it to you and I'll reply to any questions you have in the comment section below. Last but not least, make sure you get the 6-figure side hustle. I guarantee it will blow your mind. First link in the description if you want to make some extra income on the side of your 9-to-5 job at home. Okay guys, so it's been your boy Nima. I will speak to you lovely people in my next video.